Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Red Trident Productions, and today we'll be playing Tropico 6. So what we're gonna do here, I've only played Tropico 6 for a little bit now. And what we're gonna go to the sandbox. Now, which one of the maps should I pick? A bunch of options. Again, I have not played on all of these maps so far, so chances are any map I choose here will be new to me. But I am thinking you know what? Let's go with Rio. And we're gonna start in the colonial era. You know what? Instead of 100 population, we're gonna go with about 150. Starting money, 100,000 is fine. Foreign aid fair. Caribbean happiness moderate. Okay, we're going on this now, I think. No win error. Let's do a skipper. Disasters, opposition difficulty. Let's do without just generally. Anything we want to do creatively? No. Okay, so let's start on Rio. So like I said, I haven't played a lot of Tropico 6 so far, and I try to play on this map, but I have found that, for example, me having a population of 100 doesn't mean that you do need a lot of people. So we're gonna go with 150 so far, but just broadly the aim of this exercise is just to build a successful series of islands, because we are playing on a multi-island map. That is one of the new things with Tropico 6, is that you can now play on multi-island maps. And aims to go as far as possible. Possibly to the modern era, and we'll see how far we go. I think we can get to that stage quite easily. But again, one of the more important things, that's when we open the map and have to look and see the resources that we do have, which resources are around, that sort of stuff. Okay, so let me look around the map for a little bit. So as we look around here, we can see these islands. This is the main. Let's go to the main island first. For example, this is our little settlement. As you can see, there's all shacks, but that will quickly get solved. Housing will get solved relatively simply. We have multiple bays just here on this island. That I think will probably be very helpful when it comes to venture sometimes for tourism in the Cold War era. But as we go up, there's an elevated portion up here. There's also these mountains, and this is, like I said, this is only our main island. So there's a lot of relative flat land right here, but the mountain elevated slope later. Then go to the second island. I thought the same thing. It's not. Then out here we have some ancient ruins. Yeah, so this map is very workable. Now, before we start doing anything, let's just say what we have. We have the palace, naturally. We have the chapel, which is the early game religious buildings. mechanics, the teamsters for transporting things, and the construction for building things. We have a corn plantation, which we always start with, the port, and that's really about it. That's what we start with right now. So first thing we can do, construction office. Let's just do the more hand, which gives 4 more job positions, which for one thing helps with our unemployment, but also gonna need when we start doing our rapid building. So the first thing we can look at is overlays. Crop conditions. Corn is really good anywhere here. Corn is one of our principal food crops. Sugar is moderate on this side, and certain part of sugar is still viable. Cocoa, same kind of thing, viable as well. Tobacco is viable in a block in here. I'm going to eventually try to build as well my agricultural things near the main city, but for right now it doesn't matter. Bananas, they have their peak areas. Pineapple, same as tobacco, I think. Coffee is very possible. Cotton likewise, and rubber is not bad. And for livestock, cattle works, sheep work, crocodiles work as well, pigs, llamas, goats, everything actually works relatively well. As for what resources do we have? We have a coal, iron, gold deposits right here. There's not a gold deposit there, and so we have very plentiful resource deposits on the island so far. You know, something is like fish. There's multiple fishing areas there, so fish will be something that we can both use for canning, for feeding people, and also for spoiling the raw material. Beauty over here is going to be, it has beauty, which is going to come out mostly for tourism as well. So that'll come out later. Forest, not very good. We don't have a lot of forests on this map. This is the second map I play with that's not very heavily forested, so no real logging of note, which also makes it very bad for coconuts. And so derivation right now that'll come out later on. But see, so this stuff that will come out later on as we improve. Okay, so that's about that. So first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to start building a few plantations. Let us build, for one thing I think we can build a corn plantation, because what we're going to want is a lot of food crops. And then next to the corn plantation we're going to build a sugar plantation, and then next to, and then also in that same ground area and build a cocoa plantation. Then coffee, and then ultimately cotton. Okay, so that's our first row batch of plantations to build, and we're gonna build a row that goes all the way up like so, and then let's build a row slightly further down a little bit. Good, so then connect towards there. And so our builds are gonna be very busy building that. As for these myriad shacks, these are gonna be homeless people. Okay, yes, and for the accident, for these plantations, if I should just look at this one. This plantation employs 8 people, so we're not employ another 40 person immediately. And I think what we're also going to do is we're also going to start building. Actually, let's build this. Let's let this start to build first. So we're going to go up to speed 2. And with what we're building, we should also look at trade before everything. We do have tobacco. We have coffee, which is one thing I just saw. We did not grow tobacco, so we have coffee and cotton. We can do the coffee at 4, and this will eventually be very helpful. because this does get stronger and stronger as we have a higher relationship, we will start seeing more lucrative trade deals there. So let's just do the coffee one. Nice. So let's we'll start doing our initial ones. I'm initiating to employ them out. We'll need a library to really start increasing our income, to be honest. And we'll also improve the library stuff as well. So this will tell you what we do for the time being. Okay, so I think we can have the game started right now. If you can see our contractors, if you can see here, all 6 that we've hired so far, don't worry, the other 4 will get full quickly enough. All 6 of them are going out building. 3 on the sugar plantation, 3 on the cocoa plant, and 3 on the cocoa plantation. If we wanted to, what we can do is ignore city regulations, which will increase the construction speed but increase chance of death. Later on you want to get rid of that, but nothing we have to make unemployed people is not honestly that big of a deal to me. Right, so the first cow plantations have already been built and are starting to start to grow shortly once the workers come in. So all of them have actually been built already except one. As you can see, we have the full 10 workers. And the workers will come and go in shifts, and you can tell who is working by seeing this. So if you see persons that have they're faded out, it means they're not currently working. They're basically off duty of that, if you will. And we saw another easy level of migrants. So we will get migrants kind of high at this level. It ups and flows eventually. Next thing. So what we want is a fisherman's wharf, because that will provide us a lot of food. And I will put the fisherman's wharf over here. Okay, hold on, my bad. Put the fisherman's wharf over here. And we will build oh, come on. Okay, I kind of built that. I don't know, I didn't buy it. I should have. There we go. Now this road ideally should be built better. However, there is an upside. Because in that space, I will be able to build 2 country houses. Now country houses are a well-off accommodation at this stage. We will not be building so many of them, we'll more be building bunk houses because our population will be poor. The only well people we will currently have are soldiers, the chapel employees, and maybe a few other people depending on how much we pay them. But we won't have that many well people in the first regard. So that's only to fill space. And speaking of fill space, in between that, let's just build few small parks in between that area. But I said the majority of our people will be living in bunk houses. We could put all the bunk houses in this area, but right now I think I'm going to put some closer to these plantations. About the same manner we should put the country houses. Okay, so I'm going to let that run. Our build have another building currently. Now, when we get to the more right arrow, we will be able to do this on team which also we add 6 new jobs, but right now that's parallel.
Excuse me, old sport. I need a teensy tiny favor.
Okay, so Lord Wyndham is our crown representative who gives us important facts like this one here. And in turn we get extra mandates, extra immigrants, or extra money. Usually at this stage the extra mandate is good because for one, we're not going to be immigrants, and the $2,000 is only going to be helpful if we already had like a really low starting off money point, which thankfully we didn't. Now all the dungeon is going to do is basically is the early form of prison. Let's see, where is it? Here. We can build it anywhere honestly, but we'll build an SR port. It's not required that we build an SR port, but we just will. Now, usually with most buildings you can't build on top of another building, but shacks, because they're not actually buildings in the grand scheme of things, can do that. So occasionally later on, especially when we have available housing, one thing we can do is demolish that by building it on top of that shack. Good, so we can build some parts as well. So let's set this up to build. Our constructors are doing their thing. I'll actually put up speed for just periodically. Right?
Governor, the people have a request. Before safety reasons.
The revolutionaries are the other factions. The other faction, the revolutionaries will give you revolutionary immigrants, which are really helpful to actually getting out of the colonial era because you have X number of your population being revolutionaries. So that's usually the best idea. The random blueprint only works if you know you're right nearly there and you're just waiting. And it can be helpful occasionally, and again, so no, it's never really that helpful. Like we already made $2,000 in trade exports when I don't think we're exporting anything stuff. Like right now we're only exporting corn. And see, we're building the warp already, so it's a helpful way of completing that quest. And the 500 fish is going to be helpful anyway. So some quests, like the dungeon, I wouldn't usually build dungeons necessarily because I have no reason to. But it's always a good thing to build a fisherman's wharf, especially when you have the ability to. So this bunkhouse is already filled up with all 6 persons. And 2 options are normal occupancy or status higher. Status higher just gives you 2 extra households, and also broke people, people that usually have to live in shacks regardless to get here. But the housing quality gets decreased, which just makes people angrier. Again, we'll fix the shack issue fairly soon, so I don't think it's required yet. Not a big deal right now. That tends to be a nuisance to then have to correct later. We'll build a few more bunkhouses, kind of close this area here. Good, so 2 more. And the country house, like I said, they will have much less people because quite simply, we don't have as many wealthy people as we would have broke people as poor people. And we already have country houses already, to be honest. So they didn't need to be built. I just built them there because they're not an issue right now to me. Right, so soon, right now we're only exporting corn, which is just there. But it's not something you really want to really export because it's not much benefit to you. But eventually we will get more things available.
I must say I'm glad to be still working.
Okay, so let's just, like I said,
finding good help is
mandate. We don't need the money and we don't need any more people right now. Mandate time. So we have 6 here at the end of the mandate. If the mandate runs out, then obviously the colonial ends. Because we're the colonial governor in the colonial era, if that makes sense. So see, all these buildings are starting to fill up. Now, if we have too many unemployed people, which we do have a lot of unemployed people, but if need be, what we always can do is we can always do status higher on select buildings.
Let me add to your infinite wisdom, Presidente.
Guidance tasks are basically extra tasks where the game recognizes some of the issues. It will prompt you to do it in the farm request. You don't win, and you can accept them if you want to, but I don't have an issue with them at this point. So unemployment rate at 7%. For reference, our unemployment rate is, I'm not really going to try and question. I'm not going to try and do the math there. It's bad. So we have to fix that. The one thing entertainment gives you a few jobs, but the one thing entertainment also increases the happiness. So we'll build a tavern here, which is a very early farm entertainment building. Buskers are, I'm not the biggest fan of buskers to be honest, but I may use them eventually. But what we do need before I forget is a library. The library helps us research stuff and also a pretty building to build. No, this will come out later when it comes to the building in the palace, or if we move palace eventually. Certain buildings like the libraries are later on opera houses or embassies, and certain military buildings I have no issue building near the palace. Other buildings near the palace, just for asset purposes, it's kind of annoying. But right now, I'm cloning era, anything can go anywhere at this point. The cloning era is kind of like the wild low west of building priorities and things of that nature. Before I forget, what we can do also is build a manure spreader. Manure spreader helps fertilize crops and will help with our soil degradation. Now, to get the manure spreader, we have two options, but they all both rely on matches. We can either A, build a ranch and switch it to the manure option, which decreases efficiency but grants us manure, which helps our plantations, or there's certain ranches which have an upgrade which does that mobility buff. I can't remember which one right now at this point, but we will see when the ranch gets built. Because right now we're building a sheep ranch, and that grants us wool and milk. Okay, so not the sheep ranch, the other thing that might be the cows. How the cow ranch does it. So right now this is gonna be empty for the time being. People will be there, but it will be thing right now. And we can increase a bunch of things, but right now we're
Excuse me, Elsport. I need a teensy tiny favor.
Okay, so this is another quest. Luckily we already started it. Which now reminds me, we have $10,000 worth of goods. I want to see if we can find what that was. I really wasn't paying attention just now. Trade. Okay, so we made a lot of money on exports. Corn, but also sugar, coffee, cotton, and coconut coffee. So they started kicking. We also made money at irrespective of our trade prayers from our local services. I either rent for all these houses, but also the fees that stuff like the tavern, or later on other buildings which make us a little bit of money. And then later on tourism kind of plays that same thing as well. So usually what happens is that we're losing money until the freighter comes in. And then when the freighter comes in, we make some money. Okay, so for this, for a dungeon, we could either generate money off them or just leave them be. Now, right now, it doesn't bother me. These people can just stay here because the job's done and it's not an issue. The next thing we should build is a grocery store. Now, the point of the grocery store is that person no longer, because right now, person will be going to each of these plantations to get their food and then walk back. So, grocery store in a central location essentially means we can go to grocery store instead. Let's build a grocery store right now, right here. Okay, so it's a ranch. Does wool and milk. People will consume milk, but wool is usually just export or used for other things. See, local consumption means that people will be currently.
Viva la revolution! Together,
right, so
Governor Jew, I, and the people will.
So they have our revolutionary percentage. Now we'll see it importantly in there'll be a quest that talks about the top which tells us, but right now we can look at our faction and see that we have 61 revolutionary down 76 royalists. We eventually need more revolutionary down royalists we came to then declare independence. Okay, so we have human exploit or passive prohibition. Passive prohibition is the one that gives us the manure but has a decrease in efficiency. Right now our efficiency is at 86% already, so not that high. Meanwhile these are 82, 78. So we have options. We can decide. One of the options we can do actually is we can switch to multiculture. Now multiculture, it drops the base efficiency of each one by 40%. However, if they're near a separate plantation, they get a 10% boost. So right now, it doesn't. This will still be making a net loss on this corn plantation in the center. But for example, this corn plantation isn't the one. There's no other corn plantation right here. So this corn plantation with this is the cocoa in the center. Close current 93. If we do that, it drops to 53. However, because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, we basically make a base of 0. However, eventually fertility does draw on monoculture, so we'll just do that right now for this one. But the other thing, all the others have to be at multiculture. So right now, we'll just do multiculture right now before we forget. And you will see the efficiency I'm mentioning in the back. But what the manure would do is the manure would actually help with the soil degradation, i.e. the efficiency going up. Right now we'll just see about that right now. Right now we'll leave it be for the time being. And so you're making some money, not really a lot of money right now. And our team tours will be bringing in more and more things. Right, so our grocery store relies on our team tours actually coming, going to those plantations and putting things into the grocery store right now. Now the workers are uneducated and they're poor. Right now, if we want to, we can increase the budget and that would also increase their wages. Because right now they make $6 as compared to the amount of palace guards that make 15. And we can also hire more palace guards. For one thing, it's gonna have more palace guards. Also, it does mean that there are more rich people to actually afford as well houses which we built. And the rent is always how we get. So eventually we'll start seeing more personnel pop into this. Because we have 8 people. Oh. Okay, so we made it like pirates, which is bad because I don't think we have any military buildings right now. And so far as I can tell, the palace guard I don't think actually in this game is right. Okay. The palace guard can actually deploy troops. This can actually still deploy troops like the older Tropico. That was weird because that can do connect. But irrespective of that, we will actually build a fort. Now it decreases liberty, so right now you usually don't want to build it so close to a lot of buildings. So right now we can build this fort kind of at the edge here of the settlement, and we will build a road and actually make it high priority. It probably won't be in time for the conflict because I don't think military buildings are higher during conflict right now. However, it's good that I just have one for the next war.
Something does not feel quite right.
Okay, so this is the actual
we have
end
a
quest.
powerful desire to call you
Revolutionary
Presidente.
and percent of population. This is increased by getting revolutionary immigrants and also doing things to complete revolutionary quests. How you increase this, which is the end goal for this mission I said earlier. Well, we have 50% approval and 43% population. So not great, but decent. Now, where are these rebels? The pirates are going to be attacking this plantation in the north. This plantation has a very tail end. Right now, we don't have our troops right now, so I don't know where the pirates are coming from yet.
Governor, the people have a request. Before
The Revolutionaries want Pirates Club. Now, Pirates Club isn't one of the newer things in Tropico 6. It allows you to do raids and it wants me buy one. Which we can just play here for them. Yeah, I have no reason to play here. Play here. Okay, we'll build it here. Hopefully the road is an issue. Good. So okay, so coffee is trending up, which means that the price of coffee will rise, which is helpful, considering we have a coffee plantation as well. Now our fort here, but I don't think it raises troops right now. The other issue that we didn't build a fort in the right area. It's not close enough to actually intervene in a rebel attack on this foundation here, as we would have mentioned. But the fort is helpful to have for the time being. So you never know when you're going to need it in other cases.
Viva la revolución! Together, Governor Ju, I, and the...
As their batch immigrant. Okay, so the fort troops actually do get raised to assist. This batch of soldiers will actually go attack the pirates when they make landfall, wherever they made landfall. So I just presume hypothetically that what was happening was that we were made aware of the pirate raids before they arrived. So the troops will have been
Normally,
made
green
aware.
crops are a sign of freshness, but when it is our warehoused coconuts turning green, then we may have a mold problem.
Okay, so luckily right now we don't have warehouses. Warehouses are a thing which allows us to store excess crops. Right now we don't have warehouses, so that's not really relevant to us right now. But it's something to note for future. Okay, right now I'm not sure where the pirates are. But at least earlier on, these pirates should not be too... Oh, they're there. The pirates, for their part, have a... That pretty much have 3. And we have that pretty much 3 as well, so they're both the same. So see how this battle goes.
Governor, the people have a request. But for safety reasons, it is
Okay, so they want another chapel. Now, chapels, it's helpful to get another chapel besides for the quest purposes, because you will eventually need it as we already have a large population as well. So if you look here, this chapel is constantly full. It's full. Traditional, if we were to do that, is what increase the healthcare happiness. Right now we don't need to, because we'll leave it be. And also give us more wild people to live in these bases. For example, a palace guard and a tavern worker. Both of them are actually well off. Same thing over here. A library employee and a wharf worker. The library employee is being a well person because they make even more money than our palace guards currently. Speaking of the library, that is helpful for our research. So we're currently researching employee development, which helps our mines industrial workers. They work longer hours. Want that related. And then we're going to do some library upgrades. I think you guys know. Okay, we have the upper hand, so we're defeating most of the rebels. But so our troops have defeated rebels. They have suffered a few losses, but
our revolution is as yet only marginally glorious, but
so more immigrants. And also we can now do things on the pirate globe. Now we could steal things like this. Like these big things, which happen. For example, last in a game of playing off, like I heisted this, which gives all of our children high school education. Right now, we're just gonna pretend, and we're just gonna do. We'll do one of these, then treasure hunts. Treasure hunts are helpful. Because you never really, they're kind of random, so you never really actually get, but they can be fun to get. You can get money, or you can get blueprints, or more raid points. Raid points are what those where it actually go out. Won't have enough to conduct the operation. For example, we have 2100 raid points, and it's only cost 2,000, so they leave immediately. If we were to heist something bigger, they'll have to spend more time. The other thing we can do is on this, we can do on that man's chest. It makes it faster, but it's more chance of them dying, but we have a lot of person right now. So I have no issue with that. So we'll send them on the comeback and we'll see what they get later on. So our pirates often want to go pirate ship. Okay, so let's look at our home center is actually going on quite well. Our employment is still kind of high. And the people have multiple different abilities in terms of education levels. So what we can do is we can also build guard towers. Guard towers are helpful for certain areas. For example, in our bag they have a full guard in the house. So build 2 guard in the house already. I'm also just gonna put one. Put one in the port. So put those 3 guard towers. The guard towers do not have a lot of workers, but they're just good to have, as they can delay soldiers. They can delay enemies and inflict damage so that your actual garrisons can help. So I say they gave us 3 employees and another pirate raid of much. Swords are bunk house in the center of the island. I do not believe they can impact that. Although what I've seen in person do, they can actually relocate.
Governor, the people have a request, but for safety reasons, it is a secret.
A Southern Corn, I mean that is a rudimentary operation anyway. Southern Corn, we do that in our sleep, so I'm not worried about that. So we have 2 military troops numbers, and they'll go get the pirates wherever the pirates have landed. I'm not seeing them right now. Well, they'll defeat the pirates. The pirate raids aren't an issue. So see, we've got employed them up. So if we activate employed them up in our edicts, it would mean that all workers in our mines industrial buildings do double shifts. Right now we don't have any industrial buildings for our mines, but obviously mines would be the iron and stuff. But industrial buildings, we're talking about lumber mills, run facilities, and tanneries. Right now the only one we could really build around this if we really wanted to utilize our sugar. Here. For the time being, we'll hold off on that thought. What we can do actually is we can build in another series of plantations. But although the ones we haven't built right now are, let's build rubber. I don't build rubber too often. Let's build a rubber one. We'll build a rubber in this spot right here. No, it's not. We're building this angle just because honestly, it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's build it this way. Build like that, just for fun. And again, our troops will go crush the pirates wherever they may be. If they're headed towards the city, for example, we could tell them to defend the building which we're on attack, so we want to send them away. But right now, I just don't see a problem with it. If we had more scattered base,
Viva la revolution! Together, Governor Ju, I, and the people will turn everything around.
But just for posterity, we'll just do the random blueprint. And it gives a random blueprint for the opera house, which isn't the worst thing in the world. The opera house is something we can already build, and would have cost us a bit of money to research. For example, seeing a theater costs $26.50 to research. And this is very expensive. It's very expensive for sure. And eventually have to be rich or better. No. Right now I can't think of anyone who is rich on this island. Even our library workers are classified as well off. So right now, it's not necessary. Rich persons may include doctors, I think. What we can build is we can also build a newspaper. That increases the liberty, which actually offsets the effects from our military buildings if we had an issue with those, which we don't really have to, but it's also good for building and putting these things. Right now we're making decent money from our exports. Rest of our plantation is already done. And that's some multiculture. Although I don't think multiculture is going to be that efficient now. Because only 2 plantations not really get affected by that, you know what? We will do monoculture and then we can move it around when this all irrigation gets ready though. Okay, how about we actually just do passive prohibition? We'll do passive prohibition just because, and then we will actually, because it's not a big deal to me right now, and then we'll actually get them in here and put it in the mirror spread so we can have our plantations. Because right now, do we even do a lot of, I'm not seeing a lot of wool in our thing right now, so. Okay, in this occasion, where is it now? Okay, they're fighting the rebels, the pirates here. They'll get crushed, not an issue with that. The next raid will have them defend the building, just so we can show it, so I can show that off to you. But with that being said, I think we have gotten. They won again. So with that being said, I think we have gotten to the point now where we can end this episode. And next episode we'll just keep putting in more things and then eventually get to independence. Now again, independence is not something we need to go immediately as such as our population. Because what you will see is their demands get higher and higher as they get each level. So independence, people then start demanding things like healthcare, law enforcement, fire. You're gonna want better housing, all those sort of stuff. So right now I think we're fine where we are for time being. And right now I don't see a real reason to move some of the other islands just yet. But we'll get them eventually, I guarantee we'll get some of the islands eventually. So with that being said, this has been episode 1 of the Sandbox Tropico 6. Until next time, everyone. Bye.